Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and Jesus Christ, let's get the fuck out of here. Yes indeed, while it might not have seemed that threatening by the fact that it ran across the the mansion and opened a door, and just sort of strolled in casually and tried to take a swipe at you, yeah, the hunters are not to be fucked with. They are pretty much the elite enemies of this game, but first let's have a quiet nap in Oswald Spencer's study. Seriously, this looks like somebody's bedroom in a normal house. Ooh, but we do get some nice toys to play with. Some Magnum rounds, excellent. Yeah, it's actually really serene. And those books are gonna be your endgame goal for the mansion, part 2. Featuring the cavernous areas, because what does they contain? It contains the Medal of the Eagle, which looks like the same patented design that you see on the back of Chris's jacket and Claire's jacket? Or was that meant to be like a woman? I can't remember. Made in heaven. But either way, back onto the topic at hand of the hunters. Yeah, for those of you who know your Devil May Cry trivia, yeah. These were where the blades initially offshooted from. Which, kind of makes me surprised I never included that sort of attack, because, I mean, blades can shoot their claw fingers, but the hunters can't, which probably would have made them even fucking scarier. I mean, again, not that the hunters really need much to be scary, because, yeah, they have a few devastating attacks. For one thing, they're very light on their feet, they can jump really agile, and, yeah, they have a swipe attack that, in some earlier versions of the game, can actually kill you in one hit by decapitation. Later revisions of Resident Evil, by which I mean the long box edition, actually no, pretty much any revision after the PS1 long box edition, I think that also includes the Sega Saturn version as well, although I'm not too sure. I try not to let the hunters kill me. But yeah, it really sort of depends on what level of health you're at. Again, if you're at caution or below, which is, you know, when your health status is in orange, then yeah, the hunters will go for the decapitation attack. If it's green, you should be okay, but then again, they are quick on their feet, they'll scamper towards you, give you a slash, so best advice I can really give you is to break out the big guns. I mean, if you've been careful in using your pea shooter to take out the zombies, then make sure that you use the shotgun or the grenade launcher to take out the hunters, because yeah, the hunters are all over the mansion at this point, and they will not spare you, because they are hunting you. It's kind of weird, actually, because, I mean, you might say that, oh man, the hunters, they came out of nowhere. Which means either someone was releasing them, or, well, something else is going on. Because, I mean, I suppose the hunters were developed here, but you find no real evidence that they were specifically in the Arklay Mountains, which does actually kind of lead to a fan theory I read about once, actually, where due to what we see in Resident Evil 2, like right down in the underground umbrella facility, there was, you know, a hunter in the capsule in the N64 version. Yeah, there seemed to be, like, I guess maybe an implication that maybe Umbrella sent them there, because, while Stars might be thinking that someone is a traitor, Umbrella themselves might also be thinking that someone is a traitor, and thus sent some hunters down to the ground to basically, clean house, so to speak. Although, then again, I'm not really too sure what validity that has, considering that Umbrella seems to have a very clean-cut policy of basically sweeping their messes under the rugs with instant explosion. Or as I like to call it in the business, thermal overload. Oh, and by the way, Barry left us some ammunition. What a friendly guy. I love me some Barry Burton. And I suppose I might as well get into character backstories, really. If I have the time. I might save that for the next part, which is a bit more lengthy in content and will probably have a lot more to do, but in the meantime, we're just getting a few things here and there, and having another encounter with a familiar face. But I stay my tongue. Anyway, now that we have the helmet key, we pretty much have free reign of the mansion. And this does also come with a certain decision that, again, in one of Resident Evil's many gameplay variances and optional scenes that you can unlock, with all the instant classic instant gameplay, just add water, instant replay value even, God, get a hold of your tongue, you loose lips, lunch, Matelli. Yeah, there's an optional scene that you can either choose to do one thing and have it affect the other. But Oh, sorry, there's a plane flying overhead. I hope you can't hear that, but, yeah, we have an airport nearby. And our house is on the flight path, which is why it's so cheap. I mean, you gotta lug it to your car before they go to the toilet on the plane. Don't know why I'm doing an accent. Oh dear, look who's back. It's the... So, yeah, we gotta defeat this giant snake, who seems to have the symbol of the Akatsuki on his back. But yeah, the snake's tactics aren't really too different. In fact, you're pretty much all powered up now to take it on, so it's not gonna run away and hide like a pussy and go, "Hi, I'm a pink snake, and I'm here to kill Jill, cause she's alive." So, yeah, just pretty much get your acid rounds, or flame rounds, I'm not really too sure which is more effective, but, basically, after... Oh, see? You can take it out pretty quick, so, yeah, the boss fight is very much its namesake. Or at least the second time around. I mean, the first time you have a poison thing, which makes things a little bit harder, but second time around, it's, not much, really. I mean, you still do have to deal with the, his babies, you know, when you go back to the courtyard, but I mean, apart from that, the, is dead. And I'm not gonna do that anymore. Although I do wonder if anybody watching this commentary is gonna yawn by means of Pavlovian theory. It would be fun and sweet. But yeah, in the meantime, we're pretty much just getting prepared for the journey ahead, because, yeah, we're going to be exploring areas of the mansion we haven't seen before, so again, your secondary commute throughout the mansion isn't going to be, you know, just some cut and paste areas we've seen before, but now with stronger enemies. Ha ha! No, it very much does add an additional section to the layout. If there's anything I could compare it to, it's kind of like in Devil May Cry 1, where, you know, when you return to the castle, things are different and mysterious in the night. Although, albeit Resident Evil takes a much less spiritual bent to the whole thing, but, you know, that's neither here nor there in this case. Although, then again, it is kind of curious as to how much of Resident Evil's design does blend into DMC1, and, I don't know, in a way, I kind of like that influence. Something that I kind of feel like later games kind of lost. I mean, Devil May Cry 2 kind of had it a little bit, but after 3 it was pretty much just, whatever, really. But anyway, that's enough Devil May tangents for the Devil May time. Now it's time for Devil May Evil with the Resident Cry. Whatever. Anyway, you don't really need much to take with you, and we still have the V-Jolt formula. Huh. Curious. And all the, chemicals. That's about all we need, really. Ah, delicious herbs. I wonder what sort of herbs they are, actually. I mean, they do mention in the plot specifically that they are grown and cultivated in the Arkley Mountains, so, yeah, I guess either a lot of the hikers that were killed in the beginning of the game either were smoking the ganja, man, or, well, that's used to make a lot of flavored juices or fruity beverages, as, like, a lot of the more environmentally conscious people seem to be all about nowadays. I mean, I don't know, I'm just curious. Actually, well, I mean, then again, considering the fact that a lot of the juices and medicinal herbs are derived from plants, and considering the progenitor virus itself, quite fitting, really. So, yeah, Resident Evil has plenty of things to derive its formulas from. And I ain't talking about gameplay formulas. I'm talking science here. But anyway, now it's time to return to where the was defeated, as it's now completely disintegrated, and bodies don't stay where they are, which added a bit of a pain-in-the-ass mechanic in the remake, where, because zombies run on Romero rules, in the remake you have to burn the bodies, which involves carrying around kerosene and a lighter. And it's kinda pointless. Because, I mean, it adds a mechanic that was borrowed from Code Veronica and is somewhat scary, but just kind of But that's neither here nor there in this case. It's really kind of referring to the later stages of T-Virus development, because suffice it to say, it's not just zombies that are the end result of the T-Virus. It becomes something much, much worse, but in the meantime, let's investigate the whole, and jump deep into Jill's psyche.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry!
Well now, isn't that suspicious? Barry has abandoned us. I think somebody is a traitor. But yeah, this is also the decision I was talking about. It results in two different variables. I mean, you can actually investigate and leave this place if you so choose, but I think doing so, well, determines Barry's fate, for the lack of a better phrase. But again, if you choose to wait around for a little bit, then it seems that Barry's conscience gets the better of him, so let's see.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope! I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
And this is actually rather important, because you don't get this if you don't wait for Barry. But yeah, this is the passcode to the door at the end of the hall, right above where the save room is. So yeah, you get a little something sweet for waiting around for Barry Boyton.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Actually, didn't she use that line earlier on with the thing? Very lazy, tut-tut, Capcom. But anyway, that's about all she wrote for Barry. Look out for the hunters. Bye. Whatevers. But anyway, now that we have the rope firmly secured, let's go down and explore this place. A tombstone. Huh. I wonder who was left down here. That's gonna be a bit of trivia that I'll get to next time, but on that note, I am Solidus-Skully. Keep it new metal, and next time on the Resident Evil commentary, boy, do I have a backstory for you. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.